Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Post to Post. Welcome to wrapping up the year of 2024 and looking at the best jersey concepts that we got submitted to the channel. I'm not going to say in existence because there's definitely designers out there who don't submit to the channel, but I can only look at the jerseys that were submitted to the channel and then I can decide. These are not ranked, okay? These are going to be gone by abbreviation and by alphabetical order. So Anaheim is going to be the first team. And I should mention that not all teams maybe have a jersey in here. Some teams have multiple jerseys in here. I didn't do that on purpose. I just went through all of the concepts that were submitted and I looked at and picked my favorite ones. So let's go through these and let's see what I think are the best or the top 50 jersey concepts of 2024. Let's jump in. Okay, so the first one we have here is an Anaheim Ducks jersey. Now, we get a lot of designs on the channel which do focus on kind of the original styling. And usually it's, if they change something, it's orange instead of the traditional original color. But I thought the execution was really interesting here. It's not perfect. There are things that I would change, possibly the color of the shoulder patch. But I thought it was really interesting to see that logo recolorized like that. And I also think having that purple or eggplant as the primary color and then green as a secondary color was a really interesting decision. It would be an okay jersey, I think, if it was physically produced, and have the orange as a tertiary color. So I really like this one. I thought it was the top one from Anaheim. Moving on to the next one, we're going to get into Arizona. So, Arizona did exist at part of last year, so had to kind of include them. And I thought this was a wonderful concept because it really took a bit of a risk in changing the primary color to a color that they've never used. And when you do that with a team, it is heavily, heavily risky because you're taking an entire fan base and saying, this is something that you've never seen before. And we're so traditionalists as hockey fans when it comes to designs that anything that jarring is often met with, ooh, whoa, okay, slow down there. That's a little bit too much. But I felt when I looked at this, it wasn't too much. Now, I don't see this as a home jersey or maybe even an alternate, but like a specialty jersey. I see this as like a stadium series jersey. Something that's a little bit bold, but still interesting, still looks appealing. Like that teal or that blue, whatever, that complements very nicely with the burgundy so well. It's a bit like Colorado Avalanche a bit. It also complements nicely with that kind of burnt orange look. So it's a bit vibrant and it's a bit in your face, but I thought it was a really interesting design. I thought it was really good. I would love to see something like that if they ever did come back. Okay, so the Boston Bruins is the next one that we have here. Now, we see tons of Boston Bruins traditional designs because that's maybe the direction that you should go. It's an original 6 team. But every so often we get one that's a little bit spicy, a little bit more modern, and I felt like this was one of them. Having that bear slash, that claw slash, make up the stripe and be at an angle, I thought was really cool. And it's not just the slash, it's the pressure of the slash, if I can say that. Down by the hip, you'll notice that the slash is just a barely an indentation, and then it gets wider as the stripe happens. That's the bear, like ripping in and then really tearing. I like something small like that is like that's cool. That gives the jersey not just stripes, it gives it personality, gives it a bit of uniqueness. So I thought that was really cool. You can see that there in the banner as well. But I thought this was a pretty cool uniform, very modern and very cool. Maybe Stadium Series. Next, it looks like we have a Carolina jersey, and there's so much conversation online. And with concept designers, they submit so many different things for Carolina because Carolina doesn't really have a direction right now. Their home jersey's different than their away jersey. Their home jersey used to be their alternate jersey. They've got a anniversary jersey, which basically looks like their previous home jersey. Like they're kind of all over the place. They don't really have a brand identity. They need one. And I felt like this was a really good design as a home jersey. You've got the regular kind of interior of it with the red as the primary, the regular logo, the warning stuff down below, the original patch on the shoulder there. That's kind of a nice touch. But then you get a little bit more life in the arms with the white that holds the numbers and some angularity in the striping and some black at the bottom. So more black, more white, keeping the middle basically the same, modernizes the look, modernizes the jersey. I think this is very nice indeed. Here was the white version. I wanted to show that as well. I included it because it's a really good example of excellent execution, not just on a design, but making sure it works on both home and away. And I think it really does here. I think this is a beautiful away jersey. In fact, if this existed, I would probably put it in my top 5 for sure, maybe top 3 of away jersey. I think it's beautiful. Columbus. Now, I know we have a lot for Columbus in here because Columbus is one of those teams that really needs to rebrand. So I found myself going through these concepts, picking out way more Columbus than any other team because I want their rebrand so badly. This was a good option. Got the chevrons on the arms. It's the Cannon jersey that's been tweaked a little bit. I like the stars here. This is a very plausible direction. Very nice jersey. The next one is by a designer named Daniel, and he went more of a kind of safe approach, but not safe in a bad way. Safe in a respectful, maybe most plausible way. Taking what they have now, not going to the Cannon, not changing the colors, keeping the same colors, rearranging things a little bit. You don't get the pinstripe, but you still get some stripes on the arms. You put a star on the arm as well. Looks like a regular hockey jersey, but it looks like a nice jersey. Very simple, but it looks good. This next one here, also by Daniel. This was really cool. I thought that this was one of the best concepts from the entire year, honestly. This split jersey is not something that a lot of people like. I like it maybe more than most, probably. It's been executed well by certain teams. I think San Jose executed it well in the Reebok years with their Stadium Series, and I think the execution is good here as well. Beautiful blues put together with an off-white with the Cannon. It's retro and modern at the same time. I think it's beautiful. I would love for this to exist. And then this next one is by Colin, and I know that's a pretty reasonable approach to a jersey. It's going the Minnesota route, the Florida, Montreal route. You've taken a logo, you've put in a backing stripe in behind. Just doing that really kind of makes it modern. And this looks good. I mean, it looks really good. I like it a lot. Let's continue. To this one, BW Hockey, this was excellent as well. This was really kind of a bit of a nod at the reverse retro in a way, and then also going back into their history. Having red shoulders come all the way down like that, just like, that's kind of the design they use now with the pinstripe, but it's blue on both sides. So why not change it up? Put red from the neck all the way down to the end of the arms, red at the bottom of the jersey. This is really nice. This is really, really nice. I like this a lot. I think that would be perfect, honestly. And another Columbus one. Yeah, I know there's a lot of Columbus. This was awesome. I just loved seeing, like, I love the blue, don't get me wrong, but this is a very desaturated, almost metal steel kind of blue. It's so void of color that it makes the red really, really attractive. It pops off the pants, the stripes everywhere. I thought this was a really cool decision to really kind of just exaggerate the red a little bit, but not go crazy with it. Just kind of walk back on the blue and just introduce maybe just a little bit of a different tinge, a different color. I think this looks really good. I'm a big fan of that one. And then this one I thought was excellent as well. Again, kind of classic, kind of modern at the same time. Color on the shoulders coming down, split by a chevron shape, and then back into the light blue. Down below, Cannon logo, very good. Okay, Chicago. This one was definitely different. I don't know if a lot of people would have this on their top 50 from the year. However, I thought it was a really cool and different approach for Chicago, because Chicago, when they're alternate jerseys, the concepts come in, we get a lot of like, well, the home jersey is just switched to black, which is fine. Or they're using the city flag, which is like a lighter blue and a white and some red, going that direction. That's fine. Those always look good too. But I felt like the green with the red and the black was like such an unusual decision, but really looks pretty good. So I was very happy with this, and I would love to see this as an alternate. I don't love the striping on the shoulders, specifically in the back, but I think green is a primary color with the black stripe in the background with red is a really cool approach. It's almost military or something like that, so it's cool. Here's another Chicago jersey that I thought was honestly truly fantastic. Taking the home jersey logo, making a black version of the jersey, which we want as an alternate, yes, making the numbers red, which pop off the black, and yes, you could make the shoulders black, or you could make them red even, but having them white and balanced nicely with the bottom of the sleeves like that, so good. Yet this is like really pretty much a perfect alternate jersey for me. I would really, really like this. This one was by BW Hockey. And then this one too. This is an Indigenous Heritage series. That's what it was from. Jamie's series that he entered. And by the way, you can see my reaction to all of these jerseys in those Friday videos that we do every single Friday on the channel. These are all on the channel from last year. So if maybe if you're new to the channel, you're just finding this in this video, well, welcome. But I look at jersey concepts every single Friday on the channel, and I react to them. I don't look at them beforehand. So this jersey I would have reacted to at some point this year. That video is somewhere on the channel. We did it every Friday, basically. Maybe skipped 1 or 2 Fridays, but every single Friday should show. So there should be probably between 52 and 56 of these reaction videos from last year. So lots of content for you to watch if you've not seen it. But this was a great one. It's pretty close to the to the recent Winter Classic jersey that we just got from Chicago, but it's the white version, and I think this is inevitable. Chicago is eventually going to run out of things to do when it comes to specialty jerseys. This is basically the only thing they haven't done at this point, I feel like, for a specialty jersey. Well, I guess maybe the green one that we just looked at as well, but I really like this one a lot. Detroit, this is not groundbreaking. It's not magical. It's not like going to offend anyone. It's just a Detroit jersey with the striping changed and the D on the front. That's all you need for Detroit. If you want to put the shoulder patches up there, you can go for it. Detroit doesn't do that. They don't like using shoulder patches. I think the last time they did may have been a permanent shoulder patch, I should add. May have been in 2016, 2017. However, this looks good on this concept, so I'm totally fine with that. I really like this jersey as an alternate. The Florida Panthers have one here. This is one of the better, probably Miami Vice kind of themed ones that we saw, and we saw a lot, but this one was pretty good. I really like that gradient in the middle. I thought that was really interesting. Also, the numbers on the shoulders look pretty good too. And here's some, now, I had to include this graphic because it was they submitted 4 jerseys for every team. It was a video that had 128 jerseys in it. It was definitely a lot of fun. But this specifically, for this video, I'm looking at the bottom 2. I really like that alternate home. I think that is so good. It's a pull from the Reverse Retro 2.0, and it looks beautiful. And then the inverse from that also looks completely beautiful. I think those would be stellar jerseys. They do very well. Yeah, I like both of those. And then this one. This was also an excellent jersey. It's a combination between kind of a version of their original jersey, Reverse Retro 1.0, and it's just like perfectly colorized. I love the white shoulders. I love the white down below. Having the blue as the primary, spotlighted with the red and the yellow. Man, that looks really good. And the original logo too. LA Kings. I thought this was really good. Not changing the logo, not really changing the striping that much, but introducing those original 1967 colors with the yellow, the white, and the purple or gold, whatever, instead of yellow. This is awesome. I would love to see this. And I thought this was excellent too. Another LA design. Getting rid of the purple, which is, I love it. I guess that Reverse Retro 2.0 jersey is my favorite jersey ever, or at least second favorite. And this completely gets rid of it. It also gets rid of the traditional yellow or gold. It gets rid of the black. It gets rid of the silver, kind of, although it might be in there. It might just be a shadow. And it goes with completely new colors. A burgundy and almost, I guess that is more of a beige than it is a gold. So with like burgundy and beige and white, it's different, but it still feels LA Kings to me. And I really like that. I like that a lot. And I think the Kings would look wonderful with it, a redesign. It's not the direction that I would want them to go, but if they did, I definitely would not be disappointed. And then the same designer did another design here. This is more, I would see, like a kind of like either an away jersey or a specialty jersey or alternate jersey. It's Reverse Retro 1.0 combined with Reverse Retro 2.0, and then going back in the history as well. So it's really cool. I love it. I think it would sell very well too if it came out. Yes, this one. So this was the Minnesota Wild jersey that I absolutely loved. I think that the home jersey is excellent. I think the away jersey is excellent. And this is something Minnesota needs. They need consistency between home and away because right now they're disjointed. The home has a stripe in the background. It looks great. The away doesn't. Has different shoulders. They need some consistency between the two. And this fixes that. This is an excellent home and away group. Montreal Canadiens. So the Montreal Canadiens have not released many jerseys since, or in the Adidas years. They've got home, away, 2017 100 Classic, Reverse Retro 1, Reverse Retro 2. That's it, I'm pretty sure. Now we're into Fanatics. Montreal still has home and away. That's it. So Montreal really needs to get on the ball because Toronto, and another Original Six Canadian team, is not afraid to come out with alternate jerseys, specialty jerseys. They're not afraid of it, and I love that about the Maple Leafs. And it really annoys me that the Canadians don't do that. So I desperately want the Canadians to come out with an alternate jersey, a specialty jersey, whatever, and I think this would be a really good option, honoring the Montreal Maroons, a previous team in the NHL going way back 100+ years or whatever it was. I think this is an excellent concept. I would be fully in favor of it. Another really good one from the Canadians here. Spencer did this one. Now, typically, I'm not a fan of a shape with lettering on top of it. I think it gets really busy. But in this case, I actually don't mind it at all. I also love the colorization and the striping. Blue is the primary, so this would be a perfect alternate. It's not red to match the home, so you get the opposite of that in blue, but then it's not like the reverse retro 1 or 2 where it's just swapping color. You're also changing the striping, you're also changing the logo, and I think this is a really good version of that idea. Next, another Montreal Canadiens one here. I love the little fleur-de-lis in the stripes. Also, the stripes having been the light blue. So this is a combination between Reverse Retro 1 and Reverse Retro 2. Looks really good. Big fan. Another Montreal Canadiens. This is, to me, pretty much the perfect alternate jersey for the Canadiens. Or if you wanted to switch up the away jersey, which you could argue that they should, based on my Minnesota logic, this could be the away jersey. This is a pull from the mid-1940s. Montreal Canadiens used a jersey like this for a year or 2 years, and it is pretty much one of my favorite Montreal Canadiens jerseys, if not my favorite. I would love to see it come back, and I adore this. I would not change anything about this. Amazing. Nashville Predators. I thought this was quite an interesting design. It's not perfect, and I would change a couple of things, but I thought it was a good direction for the team. Now, if you look at the primary color, it's the dark blue, which is I'm fully in favor of that. You've got the lighter blue probably as the secondary, and then the yellow as the tertiary or third color. I would change this jersey to have that dark blue come up and cover the lighter blue, and just have only the dark blue up here and in the middle, and keep the dark blue at the bottom of the sleeves. That's fine, and the gloves, whatever. But I would get rid of those lighter blue shoulders. But I thought it was a really cool look where you still got the yellow in there. You got the lighter blue back in there, which is awesome. So it was a pretty cool idea. Here's another cool idea. This one is by Drew, and this is just a really good example of something that I would love to see. That's really not groundbreaking or anything like that. It's just it's a regular hockey jersey with some angular striping, but you get the colors that I want. The blue is the primary, a little bit of yellow in there. I don't want the yellow to go, and then white as a secondary. Pretty cool. The Islanders. I would love to see some new Islanders jerseys. And so this is kind of a call, or I guess an example from their alternate jersey and the Adidas years, but you're changing to the Fisherman logo, and you're changing the notches on the shoulders, or you're putting the notches on the shoulders there to represent each Stanley Cup that they won. I like this. I think this is pretty cool. It would maybe not offend the Fisherman people. I think the Fisherman people have more of an issue with the wave stripe more so than the logo. Could be wrong, but I feel like the stripes being regular is acceptable. It's just the logo, so it's good. Here is I guess Daniel has created another version of the Islanders jersey, Islanders Fisherman jersey. So not a lot of wave action, just in the arms, but the colors are different, and I love this. I think this is definitely one of the best Fisherman jerseys concepts I've ever seen. Really good. And then this next one, BW Hockey, he's taken another Fisherman approach, putting the numbers on the shoulders, which I love, having the waves down below, but a bit of a gradient underneath that bottom orange, because it's almost representing water. Like at the top of the ocean, you can see like the sun shining through. You get that natural gradient. I think that was a great decision. I think that looks wonderful. And onto the Rangers here, we've got kind of an interpretation from back when the New York Americans played in the NHL, or the Brooklyn Americans, however you will look at that. I can't remember when they switched back and forth. But this is a pretty cool jersey. It's busy. It's kind of ridiculous, honestly. But if it's for a stadium series or a Winter Classic or Heritage Classic or whatever, something like this could definitely work. Not as a permanent alternate. It's too busy for that, but a specialty jersey, absolutely. Very cool to honor that history. And here's an amazing Rangers jersey. As an alternate, I'd be okay. As a specialty, I would be okay. It's full-on America, essentially, with the those stars and the arms. I thought that was really cool. A little bit busy, but very cool. And then the Penguins here, we've got some concepts. This was probably one of my favorite concepts of 2024. Bringing back the blue that the Penguins used back in the 60s, and really kind of coming up with a jersey that complements their current look or their current style, which is a lot of black, keeping the yellow in there, but almost swapping the yellow and the blue a little bit and changing a couple of things. I think it looks really good. I absolutely love it. Another concept that I saw was just using a little bit of blue, not bringing it back and throwing it in your face, kind of like the last one did, but just bringing it back, changing the striping a little bit, and just having just a subtle little blue in there on the numbers, on some pinstriping. That's a cool approach too. This one is a Seattle Kraken jersey. I thought this was excellent. It's maybe better than their home jersey, maybe better than their Winter Classic, maybe better than the Reverse Retro, maybe better than all three. I'm not sure. You guys tell me in the comment section, but I really like this one. Yeah, this one, I remember this one. The San Jose Sharks, orange is the primary. I think that's super bold. I love it. Black coming down, contrasts so nicely. I feel like this is a very modern jersey and something totally unique in the NHL combined with the teal on there. Yeah, Philadelphia could do a design like this, but Philadelphia don't got teal. Okay, the Lightning. This is so good. With the aviation aspect in here, you've got the Lightning logo in yellow instead of white. Love that. So you get the dark blue in there, the light blue, and some yellow. Absolutely. Another good Tampa Bay Lightning design here with the black. Just bringing the black back. Changing the logo. Argue about that in the comments. I don't really care about the logo. But having the black be the holder here completely differentiates it from the Toronto Maple Leafs jersey. Really good. Another really good one as well, having the black come back and then run all the way down the arms and then have some more modern kind of lightning bolt action at the bottom. Really good jersey. This is also an excellent jersey design. Again, black. Do you see it? Do you see a bit of a trend here in concept designers? This is what we want. The Maple Leafs, the Tampa Bay Lightning, their jersey looks too much like the Toronto Maple Leafs jersey. So how do we fix that? Do we expect Toronto to change their jersey? Well, probably not. We should expect Tampa to change their jersey. They should, because they never used to look like they do now. And yes, they won a couple of cups in this design, but I think it's time to change regardless, and this would be a good option. Okay, next up. This graphic isn't necessarily for the Ottawa. It's for the Toronto Maple Leafs. I love that jersey. It's a little bit hard to see the Maple Leaf because of the backing stripe. However, I think this is a really, really good option for a jersey. Having the red in there, just outline the numbers and that Maple Leaf is so good. Keeping the T in there for the Toronto Arenas, using off-white. Man, that's a nice jersey. Moving on. Another Toronto Maple Leafs jersey. I think this is probably inevitable. They're going to do something like this. I feel it in my gut, in my bones. I feel like the Toronto Maple Leafs are going to do something like this. Maybe their next stadium series that they're in, someday down the road if they ever are in one again. Very logical design here, and it looks good. Super modern. Toronto Maple Leafs jersey. BW Hockey. Should Toronto change their home jersey? They shouldn't. But if they did, then this might be an option. White shoulders with some backing stripe in there. I think that looks really good. And another design here from the Maple Leafs. I think this is tremendous. One of the best concepts from 2024, probably in my top 3. It took me completely by surprise. I was not expecting to see something like this. A Maple Leafs jersey with a backing stripe, with a lighter blue, which is risky, and then combining it with a kind of a coffee cream color. On paper, that doesn't work, but on jersey, it does work. And you get some cream in there as well, just regular cream color off-white. I think that just looks so good. I just was not expecting it. I don't care about the gloves and the pants. You can argue about that, but the jersey itself, like that is so beautiful. I love it. Utah, well, I had to put this one in here, okay? This is very bold, and I can see Stadium Series on this. I think that you would have people come out and say that they hate this, and I wouldn't even say that they're wrong because it is crazy. But for a Stadium Series, it could be. Could be. This next one, Utah, this is not based on any branding, by the way. We don't, as I'm filming this, we don't know their official branding yet. But the Swarm, if that was their name, I think this is an absolutely beautiful jersey. Super modern, super clean, and just so vibrant. This would sell very, very well and be one of the most popular jerseys in the NHL if this existed. I had to throw this one in here. I know a lot probably wouldn't, but I remember the Vancouver Grizzlies in the NBA, and I just love the idea of a jersey that honored them with that green and the black and the way that the logo is done. Incredible. I had to put it in here. And this one's not really that crazy, right? I mean, it's very close to their original jersey that they came out with back in 2017. Clearly, there are some things different about it, but the thing that I noticed the most about this that I think makes the best subtle impact is the red in the arms, the red in the logo. I love the red in there. I think that's a really good kind of decision. Winnipeg Jets. This is, I wouldn't say it's my favorite Winnipeg Jets jersey that I saw last year, but it's a good one. It's maybe what Reverse Retro 1.0 should have been, if I can say that. And the gray, if you want to bring the gray in there, that's cool, but I think this is executed way better than that Reverse Retro 1.1 or 1.0. It's good. This Jets jersey here is excellent. Very, very pretty jersey. Logo is fine. Striping is fine. Keeping the same jersey design that they use now, kind of with that stripe that comes over that splitting stripe, but just changing the shades of color, changing the logo, makes it retro, but also very close to their current look. Moving on, The Jets again. Now this is one of those ones where it shows all four. I'm really concentrating on the bottom two, the alternate home and the alternate away. Having the Jet in there in the sleeve, it's perfect. Whether it's a home, whether it's a specialty jersey, whatever, I don't care what it's for. It looks so good. As a stadium series, I think that might look the best, whether it's white or away, or home. But you can decide which one you like the most, or maybe you don't like them either. But I like both. I like the away the best, the white one. But yeah, both are beautiful. And then another Jets jersey design here. I think this is pretty cool. It's a bit Atlanta Thrashers, so we get that honoring of that team. And it's also very, obviously very, very Jets as well. So that's pretty cool. And this one I think is excellent. Another BW hockey design with the red shoulders coming down from the neck to the bottom. It is a very similar jersey than what they use now, or for what they use now, without the striping that kind of overlaps that split stripe coming down. And obviously the colors change, but this is really good. This is an excellent design. This next design is also by BW Hockey, knocked out of the park a bunch last year. Really good designs. This is kind of a weird jersey. Like, we saw a lot of concepts from Washington, but this one is, I think, maybe one of the best alternates I've ever seen, or alternate ideas from Washington. I love the negative space of the stripes being the top of the Capitol building. I think that's really cool. I love the logo that's chosen here because it's symmetrical. You've got the Screaming Eagle on the shoulder. The only thing I could maybe say is add some red into the Screaming Eagle on the shoulder, just to add some red up there and pop. But other than that, it's so good. That's the last one that I have in here. So these are the top 50 to top 60, whatever, in between 50 and 60 jerseys from 2024. So many good ones. Just unreal. And if you haven't seen all those videos from last year, would really encourage you to go back and watch those. There's some really good designers in the community that deserve exposure. And if you see any of your favorite designers in those videos with their socials tagged, go give them a follow. They absolutely deserve it to see more of their work. And they don't always submit all of their work, so there might be stuff that they've made on their socials that you don't see here on the channel. So definitely go to their socials, give them a follow. They all deserve it. And at the end of 2025, of course, I will do a version of this video as well. So if you're new to the channel and you did like this content, please consider hitting the subscribe button down below. We'd love to have you on board, because we do this every single Friday on the channel. We look at jersey concepts from the community. I react to those. So Friday is a fun day here on the channel, and then I sprinkle other videos in throughout the week too. And if you did enjoy this video, hit the like button. That definitely helps quite a bit. Share it with a friend, do all that good stuff. But most importantly, I hope you have a good day, and we'll talk to you very soon. Adios.